Hey guys, AJ here back with another one for you. So we all know that women cannot stand each other. Hey guys, they talk about how toxic us males are, blah, 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 but they are their worst enemies. Okay? And guys, most women prefer male bosses. Why? Because women treat each other like trash at work. Okay? There's always some older chick treating them like trash, or there's always some younger chick that they think is cuter than them treating them like trash, or their boss who's a woman treating them like trash. So we're gonna go to the dumpster fire known as TikTok and look at some of these chicks complaining about how hard it is to work with mean girls. But before we do, like, subscribe, drop a comment because it really helps keep this channel going, guys. Check out my second channel, link in the description, and check out the playlist linked at the end. And let's get into this, guys.
So not a lot of people are going to tell you about this, but be careful about that jealous older female coworker. And I'm going to tell you why. She's the type who always belittles your work, undermines you, and honestly gives off a lot of mean girl energy.
There it is.
She does this because she comes from a place years ago where women didn't have the same opportunities in corporate America like they do right now. Like decades ago, the fact that women were even working in corporate America was such a new thing that I feel like society just didn't know what to do. Like
Clown World, guys, I gotta interrupt this. She made this video like 3 weeks ago. Guys, women have been in corporate America since the 70s, Clown World. And they're still acting like it's been that it's that it hasn't been that long. Please.
Like there were barely any role models, not a lot of senior female leaders, and honestly, a lot of women were just pitted against each other because there was a lack of resources, and most men were just like, well, you're not going to be working once you're pregnant anyway, so there's no reason to invest in you.
There it is.
So I feel like a lot of these like jealous older women, what they do is like they take the trauma from their past experiences and they inflict it on the younger women. And this is because of jealousy. They're simply just jealous that we have more opportunities these days. The internet has just opened up so many possibilities. And the other thing too is like, if we don't know something, we're just gonna look it up because we were raised on our iPhones and our tablets. We don't need to go to anyone because we've got the critical thinking skills to do it ourselves. So if you're ever feeling down about that jealous female coworker, just know you're not alone. People hurt other people, and you are so much better than that.
So guys, there it is. There it is. She's saying, oh, well, women are all mean. I have an older chick who's mean to me. Of course, it's because of the patriarchy, right? But then there's two places she messed up. One, she's saying, oh, if there's something Gen Z and millennials don't know, we look it up. First of all, guys, these kids don't read. Okay, and second of all, she's acting like older people can't teach her anything, and that's the way that a lot of these knuckleheaded kids feel, and that's how a lot of these 304s feel. And guys, her hashtags, you ready? Hashtag corporate America, hashtag corporate TikTok, hashtag Gen Z jobs, hashtag job talk, hashtag corporate life, hashtag boss chick. Please, clown.
This coworker that was a total asshat to me. I don't know if you guys have ever dealt with office mean girls yourselves. So a lot of people understood that, you know, being a nice person, being kind to people is often met with also niceness and kindness. But sometimes, and for some reason with women, it's a lot of other women doing this to them.
There it is.
Most
there
of
it
the
is.
women get along with me, but then there's one woman that just can't stand me. I'm just a generally friendly person. I smile. I'm in a decent mood. I don't want to be miserable at work. I definitely expect just common decency. Most people understood because they've also dealt with someone like this, but there were quite a few people that still had questions like this that, you know, maybe I was misinterpreting. As someone who has worked around a lot of people and worked in leadership and things like that for many years, I can tell you I can read people pretty well. I'm not always going to be correct on that, but when there is a particular person, I will give you an example of this particular person. They got in trouble a lot at work for having an attitude problem, for being rude and acting like a teenager. The other thing is they were not an introvert. They were not shy. They were very extroverted, always wanted to go out after work, wanted to go to lunch with people, but would specifically alienate people that were like me and like bubbly and kind to her. And she preferred to be around the gossipy, like mean girls that were just like her. That when I would say something to her, like everybody would be coming in and saying good morning to her, and she would say good morning back. The minute she got to me, I would just be like, hey, good morning. She would look over at the other girls and she would roll her eyes. And I saw it. I saw it every single time. Look at that. I refuse to be that person. I don't want to be the person that's just like, well, I'm just going to stop being myself and saying good morning to everybody. Like,
guys, this is why you need to hire all men. Because men don't even put this much thought into work. We go to work, we do our jobs. And guys, for hashtags, hashtag work problems, hashtag toxic coworker, hashtag coworkers, hashtag hate my coworkers, hashtag office mean girls.
Like, I just came in, everybody would be saying good morning. I would just say good morning and be on my way. I just was trying to be in a decent mood and just get through the day. There's no reason people have to be miserable at work. Like, work isn't fun. And no one really wants to be there necessarily, unless they're getting away from problems at home. But my thing is, like, none of us want to be there. We all want to be doing something else. We want to be working for ourselves. We want to be at home with our families and our friends and doing more fun stuff. But if we have to be there, let's not be miserable. Let's not be jerks to each other. I don't expect anyone to come and ask me about my weekend or go out and do things with me or be my best friend. But I do expect common decency, and I do expect someone just to be kind if I meet them with kindness. That's it.
There it is, guys. Women being mean to each other. Guys, how many times, put in the comments, have you been to, there's been multiple dudes on the job that you can't stand, but you know what? You guys managed to sit there for 8, 9, 10 hours a day and get your job done. And this chick is on TikTok crying and whining, oh, the mean girls. Clown.
Guys, I can't even believe this is like a story that's going to come out of my mouth right now, but I know I look like crap right now because I have just been crying the last like 24 hours because my job is literally taking such a toll on me.
Clown
and
world.
When it gets to this point, I bounce. I bounce because I know my worth. I can go anywhere and get hired. This job was amazing to me up until now. Okay? Yesterday, I have this woman I work with. I don't even know how to explain her. She's nice to everybody, but she doesn't seem to like me.
Uh-oh.
She comes up to me and she goes, hey, the boss was asking me how much coffee you drink. And I'm like, why? She goes, well, you drink a lot of coffee and you got to start saving it for other people. First off, we don't have like a coffee machine. We have an espresso machine. And I hate espresso, but I need some kind of caffeine to keep me awake for this job. Okay. So I go, I'm sorry. I go, I'll just, start bringing my own. She goes, yeah, you should. And I was like, okay. So I texted my boss and said, hey, so-and-so told me that you were a little mad at me that I've been drinking all the coffee. I'm so sorry. I'll replenish it. My boss texts me, why would I be mad? And I go, because you were asking so-and-so how much coffee I drink, and they told me you were upset. And she's like, I'm not upset. Okay. So then the person that told me that in the middle of my shift shows me her phone and goes, look, the boss just texted me. Thanks for throwing me under the bus or whatever. She was upset about it. And I'm like, you're getting upset over coffee? Coffee. It's effing coffee. Okay? So then I have to work with her today in the back. So we're doing paperwork. We're doing charts. I'm going to sign my name. And she goes, why are you signing your name there? Not my boss, the woman that I told my boss about with the coffee. She goes, why are you signing your name there? And I go, because I'm going to do this person's chart. She goes, do you need to be retrained on how to do charts? Because you're making so many mistakes and the providers are getting really upset. And I go, what am I doing? She goes, this, and that. I go, if you think I need to be trained, I'll take all the help I can get. She says this, I'm not the one that needs, she goes, if you need help, you should know you need help. It's not my job to follow you, Wendy. It's your job to get help.
And guys, this chick, she must be some like medical assistant or CNA or something, right? And guys, think about that. These are the people that are in charge of your medical records, your billing, all this, and they're worried about espresso and coffee and being mean to each other. And guys, all this M2 and all this fool is just talking about guys when girls are each other's worst enemy. Stabbing each other in the back, talking trash, right? These girls are talking about the guys, right? When there's always those 1, 2, 3 mean girls who walk into the doors, into the front doors of the job, guys. And start causing trouble for all the other girls who look at that. And of course, they blame the patriarchy, right? So, all right, you guys. Check out the playlist at the end. I'm out of here, guys. Have a good one.